Alright, hey guys, Fitz back here for another cast here. So, it's gonna be series number 5, which will be the GV2 here, and more specifically, this is gonna be game number 2 of this series here. So this is gonna be a pretty entertaining series, I believe. And here, spawning here in the bottom left, it'll be LRM versus Rush Fun for Gaming Team. And okay, so for LRM, it'll be their lineup will be Semih as the Blue Terran spawning here in the bottom left, and his ally will be the red Protoss actually, as the oh my god, I cannot pronounce his name. wJSGnStNwk. I have no idea how to spell that. We're just gonna call him W. Yeah, we're gonna call him W. Okay. We call him W as it's short. And their opponent will be Rush Fun for Gaming Teams, and their lineup is Dark as the white Zerg, and his ally and partner is going to be the orange Terran here. So it's going to be more of a traditional 2v2 lineup from reps. Protoss Terran can work. It's not as great, but as you can't really be super aggressive against the Zerg, really. The Zerg really gets that map control going. That's why you oftentimes have the second Zerg in the mix anyway to like combat map control, and they're just really good harassing anyway. So we'll see what both players do. We're probably going to see a 2-gate coming out of W right here. It wouldn't be very surprising. And you know, W played Zerg last time, so I don't know if his Zerg's just not as good or what have you, but he's going to be playing Protoss again. And it looks like, again, like next is going to be the choice for Semih right now. So for Semih and W right here. And this probably makes sense. You know, again, they don't want to lose complete map control, because what they'll end up really meaning is that, eventually speaking, that a Zerg with map control, they can just completely get dominance, and then all of a sudden there's two armies just attacking your ally's base, and there's really no way to reinforce here, which is again one of the reasons why I don't like 2v2 in Brood War, or why I have an ethical problem with it, because the map's so big, it's just hard to reinforce. I mean, even Fighting Spirit, man, it just takes a while to get to one base over the next. But I don't know what the sensitivity was doing by Defi, but Defi was stalling for something. I don't know what that was placed down. I think it was a bunker, but alright, anyways, he's gonna put down a factory, which I don't believe that's tight. I believe Outlanes can still get through. But and again, back to the point here, you don't want to lose map control, so that's probably why he's 2-gating. I mean, other than just to get out units so he just doesn't die. But maybe the hope is that, or the mindset that W is going in this, or LRM's going into this, is maybe trying to contain the Zerg with Zealots. You can oftentimes get Zealots like on the top or bottom of the ramp with like 1 or 2 of them or 3 of them, and just so it no matter how the Zerg engages, they can't like get out of the base cost effectively. Something pinged over here. Pinged. I feel like it's pung, but I don't know why I think that. But anyway, but like I was saying, I mean, like with the links out, you know, since you have this macro hatch coming up, I mean, you can pop out a lot of links really fast, and these are possibly gonna be able to. Oh, the poor. I don't know what that Marine was doing. Wait, I guess he was like, so like the Ling, I don't even know actually why that Marine was over there, because now there's just one less Marine that he has at base. That might be tight. It's starting to more look like a tight wall off to me, but I don't know what a factory makes a tight wall off. But we're actually gonna have 2 port coming up for Semih here, which, you know, it's definitely a way to combat Mutalisks. It's probably one of the few ways to do it where you could help defend your Protoss buddy as well. So like they must have this like mapped out, because it appears like their unit compositions make sense. Now in theory, sometimes that stuff doesn't really make much sense, because a 5-Rex in my mind made sense when I did it, but it just epically failed. But we actually have a Vulture in the main base here, but he got 1 drone. And I mean, even if it's like, again, it's like the same mindset of like DBZ. Like if you lose a drone, it's a pretty big deal. So that vulture was very cost effective in its own right, just to make one larva. Now that he has to now remake that. So is he gonna make Valkyries? No, he's just gonna go cloaked Wraith. Okay, that can be really, really annoying. But I believe Dark should have seen this coming. Over the links here, so that I'm trying to find out where that Wraith went. Right, so he's in the main base though, but he's forcing out spores. Did he not get a Spyro yet? Oh, that's brilliant by Semih right now, and it's actually weird. I don't know why Dark didn't get his Spire up. I mean, it's more than enough gas to do it. I mean, he's up 500 gas, but that's bizarre. Oh, this is a douchebag move. He like evenly spread out. Wow, he must have like secretly selected every like mine to be placed down. Yeah, that's gonna be really, really annoying to deal with. Protoss. There's really no way to like get out of that base right now until he gets ops out, which. He actually has a pretty good tech. I didn't actually see all this tech, but okay, so he's getting +1. But it tends to be Darren Protoss tends to either A, win, or just die at this point. Alright, so has he stopped Wraith production? No, he's still making them. Alright, so Dragoon didn't really clean up these spider mines here, but it is stalling for time. Don't forget, and that's a lot of Ling still. And this army's not terrible against Ling in general. It depends on the positioning of the zealots, more or less. If they can, you know, buffer or decrease the surface area that the Dragoons are going to be hit by Zerglings. Because Dragoons will just epically fail against Lings just because they're so big, which means they have a ton of surface area to get Lings surrounded, and it's like the best hard counter for Zerg to really get. Still a lot of Wraith though. That might be 6. I don't really reference this tab that much in this. I don't even have the tab available to myself right now. So I know there it goes. So we're talking about Defi right here. Defi has no. We're talking about Semih here. Semih has 7 Wraiths out on the field right now. Which I'm sitting here probably all in one control group here. And I actually haven't been talking about too much about Defi right now, but just to give the quick rundown, he has a lot of Goliaths which are gonna really make these Wraiths really sucky. But with Cloak though, that's really gonna be really annoying. He has found this where he can scan, but the problem though is it's taking him so long to scan, he's actually just gonna lose a good amount of the Goliaths just straight up to the Wraith and the Protoss. And now Protoss is in a really good position here, but that might just be too many links to push this. And no, it does not appear those well, this is GG, but saying those Wraiths are actually not doing a terrible job right here. Was there a transition back at base? It looks like he was going to transition to bio from Semih. So that was a very interesting take on that. Again, Protoss Terran really isn't that favored in terms of like standard plays like Protoss Zerg or Terran Zerg. Probably the most common is Terran Zerg versus Protoss Zerg. It's probably the most common matchup I've seen. Other than the epic CBZ versus Zerg versus Zerg. That's really hard to catch. That's really, it's just so many links on screen. It's just like who's who. But so that has tied up the series. So LRM did win. Which could you ask for a better like last finals? I mean, if LRM wins, man, we have a gonna be a 3-2 if LRM wins this. Now I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but LRM's given up a pretty good fight. You know, I think we've gone to 2 ace matches. Some of them have been, I mean, the first first two weren't bad. The fourth. No, sorry. I think the first three weren't bad. The fourth set was pretty lackluster from reps from Plum Blum. But generally, this has been a really awesome cast of a series anyway. But why don't we get into our next game, guys? Thanks for watching. Again, feel free to like our videos because that does help out. Just give me a pat on the back. Subscribe if you like our videos. Tell friends about us if you'd like to. And stay tuned for more VODs. Guys, thanks for watching again, and peace.